Today, there are 19 million war veterans in the United States, and every day we lose approximately 1,600 of them. In 2007, Toledo natives Chris Wulf and Rick Neeley discovered their mutual and passionate interest in history. They began asking war veterans to tell their stories. They founded HistoryDocumented.com and gave veterans the opportunity to record their war experiences.
I'm standing there like this beside the tank, putting that fender on, I'm going like this. And all of a sudden I looked up, here comes two Germans, like this, hands up, you know? And when they saw me, they thought, what the hell, we surrendered to a guy that had a screwdriver. You know, I had a screwdriver. I hollered when I saw him coming. I told Kelly, the tank commander, I said, get a couple guys down there with guns, please. I don't have mine, because mine was in the tank, see? And so they come out down there with their guns, and them guys come in, that was it. But you could tell they was actually foolish, you know. They thought, well, look what we done. Give ourselves up, and the guy has a screwdriver. What's he gonna do?
History Documented is motivated by the urgent need to collect the historically important stories and experiences of our revered war veterans while they are still among us. Public Law 106-380 calls upon the American Folk Life Center at the Library of Congress to collect and preserve audio and videotaped oral histories, along with documentary materials such as home videos, letters, diaries, maps, and photographs of America's war veterans and those who served in support of them. HistoryDocumented.com is an educational internet resource that teachers, students, and anyone interested in history can access. It brings to life first-hand accounts of historical events. It gives faces and names to those who lived through world-shaking events recorded on the written pages of history.
September 27th, 1944. We had a mission to Kassel, Germany. I was scheduled to fly. We even got up for a briefing, but then our plane wasn't working right, so they canceled our mission. 37 planes went up to Kassel. Somehow the navigator screwed up and they missed the target. They were 10 miles away from Kassel, some other town. They bombed that. And of course they lost the formation quite a ways. And when they made their turn after the bombs, they got jumped by over 100 fighters, German fighters.
I mean, that had to be a somber mood at the base after.
Oh, you never believe it. You know, of course, when the missions, you don't fly, you always wait till the planes come back. You know what time they're supposed to. Kept waiting and waiting, and one plane came in. And he had some damage, but he landed all right. Then we heard that the rest had been hit by fighters, and that's all there was. And there were, let's say a couple others made emergency landing at other bases, but one plane got back. And those barracks, they come in and clean out the barracks right away, you know. I was about the only one left in that one hut. Like I say, we were scheduled to fly. That's the second time God was with me. And, it was quite somber.
So anyhow, were you guys not operational for a while then?
No, the next day they put up 10 planes.
All the finished interviews are posted on HistoryDocumented.com. Copies are also sent to the University of Toledo's Kennedy Center and the Library of Congress's Veterans History Project. The Veterans History Project spans World War I, World War II, the Korean, Vietnam, and Persian Gulf Wars. It includes all men and women, both civilian as well as military, who participated in these history-shaping events. It documents the deeds and experiences of military personnel from all ranks and branches of our armed services: the United States Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, and Merchant Marine. It chronicles the contributions made by civilian volunteers, support staff, and those who labored in the war industry on the home front. We, as well as future generations, have much to learn from the stories of those who served and of those who gave the last full measure of devotion.
I said, get these guys back. They're bad. Okay? It's just started out. And the guy ran up to me. Another officer came up. He said, they've recaptured the road. He said, you got to go down this way, turn this way, and go back that way. Yeah, okay. Yes, sir. Excited. I drove, just got dark, just like that. And the guy in the front, guy in the back. And it was a aide guy was riding behind me, putting blood in the guy in the back on a transfusion. We got to a place where literally it was a fork and I didn't know which way to go. I took the long way around, but I did get back to all kinds of firing and so forth. I got back to U.S. lines. I could tell because I'd hear the conversation. They stopped me and I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The guy in the front died. Right then. I thought if I'd only listened, he might be alive. Could have been alive. It's a bad day at baptism by fire in that one.
Aware of our obligation to those who have gone before, we at HistoryDocumented.com have enthusiastically embraced this project in collaboration with the University of Toledo. At present, the only funding for History Documented comes from Chris Wulf and Rick Neeley. Due to the limitations of both funds and time, only 2 or 3 interviews a week can be recorded. Work is also now underway to incorporate History Documented as a nonprofit organization. We hope you feel as strongly as we do about our great American heritage and those who helped preserve the freedoms we enjoy. Any financial contribution you can make will help us continue our efforts to preserve our history. Thank you for whatever you can contribute. It all helps. God bless America and all those who serve, especially those in harm's way. HistoryDocumented.com, lest we forget.